Okay, quote of the day. It is from Seneca, and it said, "No man is more unhappy than who never tries," I believe it is. Let's see what it is. "Who faces adversity. No man," I'm looking at it right now, screenshot. "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." Okay, well, that quote is so obviously true. Now, when I think to that quote, it's more like, if you don't get to prove yourself, but more prove yourself in what you value. Because, the day and age we live in an age where it's like, you got to do everything. You hear about this hustle culture. You got to have this skill, that skill, this skill. You got to have a business, do martial arts. You got to wake up at 4:30, not 4:45, 4:30. You have to have a car. You have to have a house. Bam, 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 bam. So when it comes to proving yourself, I think what I take from that quote is more prove yourself in what you value. Some people really value athletic achievements, but they don't care about intellectual achievements or maybe having finances. So someone just values working out, or take someone that values more just making money. A lot of the times when we do that, it's, how do we say it? I need my yerba mate. Yerba mate, shout out, very good drink. Fuck, I can't even get it. There we go. I think what a lot of people miss is that you have to really self-reflect and look at yourself to figure out what it is that you should prove yourself in. Because, let's all be honest, we all don't give a fuck about everything. I certainly don't, and I imagine many of you don't. So it's like when you care about your one individual thing, you prove yourself in that, that's what matters. I think where that quote really messes up in modern day is that when you don't get to try, it's with everything. We really have to come to the point where it's like, no, in the thing you value and the thing you care about, because I've seen way too many people that act like, just on social media, they're posting, they do everything. And you look at it, it's like, do you really care about that? Is that something you actually value? Because I'm of the mindset, I'm kind of, I don't know if a lazy ass is the right word, or I'm very, I do what I want, but I don't really go out of my way to do things I don't care about. I've tried things. I've tried martial arts, but it wasn't my thing. I just said, oh, interesting, but didn't stick with it. And some people would view that as like, you didn't stick with it. It's like, no, I didn't give a fuck. So proving yourself is also like valuing yourself. Take a car, take like a Ferrari, take like a, oh, that's good. Take like a Ferrari and then take a truck. Well, a Ferrari is really good on like a road with not a lot of people to go fast. But a Ferrari doesn't do well off-roading. On a country road, it can go up a mountain on a nice path, but in like a rough tumble road, what a truck does, it doesn't do well. Well, we live in a society now where the Ferrari has to do everything, and the truck has to do everything. A truck is good for doing truck things, hauling equipment and workout, building stuff, going up a mountain and bringing your camping stuff and hunting, It's not the same thing. So no man is more unhappy than, like, you're not getting to prove yourself. Well, the Ferrari proves itself by going fast in a nice paved road in a nice area. And we're convincing the Ferrari in this day and age that it has to prove itself by going on a dirt road. I think that's why a lot of people are fucked up, because we're convincing people to follow this one thing. Like, we live in this era where you have to be everything. There's certain people that can do it, but not everyone's that. Not everyone's gonna go out and do like amazing things. People gotta, settle the fuck down, like fucking for real. So, yeah, I agree with that quote. I really think as though society advances, I often wonder, when we enter a more technologically advanced age, which you hear about right now, AI and all that, is, I think we're gonna, assuming intelligence increases, which I think is gonna happen, in 50 years, if things are going as planned, you're gonna have genetic engineering. Everyone's gonna be smarter, assuming it goes. You're gonna enter an age where, what if, certain things aren't as valued? What if we get to an age where it's like you're just really smart and focusing on your thing? Because in a truly advanced, utopia, in a sense, what you really want for people is to be so committed to their craft, their focus of interest, whatever it is, that's what they do. Like, we're in a very like pre-utopian era in a sense where you just say, I'd do everything. Like if you look at the truly great people of history or like of now, they were more one-dimensional. I mean, you get people like Elon Musk who do everything, but in a sense, it's really hyper-dimensional. It's technology, like Tesla, SpaceX. You know, he makes the houses. You know, the Neuralink thing. It's very vast, but it's also very focused. Technology. He's not focusing on, you know, fucking like Skittles and cats and yerba mate. He's not doing that. Like, I'm a writer. I focus on writing. So, I mean, we're going to enter an age where people are going to focus on one thing. Proving yourself in what you value is going to be important. Imagine telling someone, imagine getting someone who does, you know, martial arts, sports, all of that, and you're like, you know what? You got to prove yourself. You got to expand your horizons. Write a book. Study math. That person's going to be like, what in the hell? I don't care, because they don't. But nowadays, you got to do everything. So we're going to enter an era where it's like, it's almost kind of funny when technology advances and gets so fancy, you can really narrow in on what you like. People aren't going to care so much about, you know, fucking doing everything. Doing everything doesn't matter. People care about that. Do what you like. I mean, obviously, you know, you have to work a job. You got to, you know, sacrifice, pay your taxes, you know, got to do that to good old Uncle Sam, but prove yourself in what is valuable to you. Do not prove yourself. If you were a Ferrari, do not try to be a truck. And if you were a truck, do not try to be a Ferrari. That's all I can say.